Yo, what is up, you guys? It's been a while since I've done a video. Just been super busy, and October is such a crazy month for everyone with all the partying and all that. So anyway, and for the next 4 days, I'll also be out of my house this weekend, just having a really good time celebrating stuff. So new tutorials next Monday and all week long after that. And weekends, I'm not gonna do tutorials. I just found out that most weekends anyway, I'm not home, so it's not really gonna happen on the weekends. But Monday through Friday, I will always try to do daily videos anyway, so who cares about that. I'm gonna show you guys how I kind of approach doing requests or finding out how to make sounds that I think are interesting. So right here, what I'm doing in this session is I have this song that intrigues me a bit, and now what I do with Ableton Live 9 is I obtain MIDI information from that, and then I start breaking it down and then start figuring out the sound design of it. So I'm not even close yet, but this took me literally 5 minutes to do, and I've done a big chunk of the work so far, and after this point I can now dial it in and get that sound that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna use this song as an example, so I'll let you guys hear it. It's not my song, obviously. This is a very popular song right now, and if you haven't seen my tutorial on how to get songs off of YouTube into MP3 versions, look for that video. It's a helpful video. I always rip music off YouTube for reference tracks when I'm mastering, or for referencing when I'm writing, or for just kind of using it for tutorial sake for when people ask me to make sounds. So this is the song. This is a Fatboy Slim's remix of Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat by Calvin Harris. It's a really cool remix. And I really like that little kind of riffy thing he's got going on. It sounds like a very simple patch, and the more I listened to it, I figured out it was probably just 2 layers of like a kind of a sub bass, not really a sub bass, but like a lower bass, and then kind of like a lasery, like down, 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 that kind of thing. So this is what I have so far. Please try not to laugh. I just seriously started this like 5 minutes ago. So I'm not even close yet, but trust me, if I didn't have this audio track, I would not be able to have gone this far in such a short amount of time. And I know you guys would just say, well, why don't you just sample if you have the audio for it? And that's so not the point. I could just sample it, but for me, I like to figure out and make patches and then save those in my library so I can go back and use those and not always have to be sampling things. Sampling's easy and it's cool and nothing wrong with that, but for me, I kind of like, when I make a sound, I usually make like so many variations of that patch I made later on, and leads me to newer sounds and stuff, and it just kind of pushes it. When you sample it, you kind of just limit yourself to using what you already have and what other little processing you can do to change it. So that's why I don't sample it, and I kind of try to figure out like this. So once you have your audio track, or whatever you want to use, like pretty much like if you have a song that you really want to try to replicate something, and you bring that song into Ableton on an audio track, then in Ableton Live 9 you can see that there's something called convert harmony to new MIDI track, convert melody to new MIDI track, convert drums to new MIDI track. So I've done both harmony and melody, and I believe that these bottom ones are the harmonies and this top one's a melody. I don't really need this one, but I have it there just in case. And now that I have everything that I need, all the MIDI information, now I don't have to be figuring out, keys and things like that and timing of things. And I can kind of just, once I have the sound right with the right MIDI notes playing, like that will assure me, as opposed to me making a sound in Massive and just kind of listening and, that sort of thing and trying to figure things out. So it chops down so much time doing it like this, and it's really cool. So like, even if I wanted to just get the drums part out of this, even though there's no drums necessarily here except for a few snare hits, as you can see, Okay, actually I should probably just select a region of it first. That'd probably be easier. So I just selected to make me a little drum MIDI thing. Let's see where to put it. Put it right here. And the thing is, it's not always accurate, so you can't expect it to be. I mean, the algorithm for how it detects these things, it's not, you know, a perfect algorithm. It's a really good one, but it's not a. These kind of algorithms are so impossible to have perfectly. They're just impossible to make perfect. So, but this one's really good. And so, now that I've shown you guys what I wanted to show, I'll probably, if I ever figure this sound out, which I probably will, I'll show you guys that video on this sound. So I guess it's kind of a teaser for another tutorial while showing you guys how I get to doing request sounds. Obviously, so that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this video and if you guys think this is a cool video and it showed you something. So yeah, thanks guys.